Right, so Gróga Cloch, the name of the book that Pádraig Branach wrote. We're on page 14, mid-sentence. Gnéanach sé bun, agus go rathóch sé. He's talking about the Shay is Donal, that's the older brother of Dara. So that would make or do, that would do, he, Donal, basically, and go rathóch, so rahul, no, ag déanamh rah, or baint rah is Rahi is success, that he would succeed. So he's thinking about him in London. Rinne, maid of Ahar, his mother, on Rud Cana, the same thing, Rud thing, Cana, same, is Shomra na Galini, so Shomra of the women. And on Shin Hi, so she did the same thing in the ladies' room. On Shin Hi, she sat she Kishnetine by the fire, at the foot of the fire, Kishnetine ag kinnitáilt, or ag fi, as to be knitting. Vi Ahar, his father, imi, out, amach, gone, out, imi, amach, ag Arnon. Arnon is night celebrations, so he's out visiting or having a pint maybe. Dari, hardworking man he was. Dari, Dara. Ari is your type of, it's a sense, like you're kind of aware of, you're perceiving. Dari Machdara an Laba an Ashtach, very strange. An, very, Ashtach, strange, the bed. So Dari Machdara, the bed, very strange. He sensed, felt, so like Aries, feel, or Mohu, or vi she an war. She is the feminine verb or noun on laba. So this is a her. So her, vi the laba, she an vor, very an big war. Vi she Macdara, he was. Egg curry. Curry is tossing and turning, as it were, or stirring. It's a grandside, a ransacking. So in the bed, in tea. So in her, she, laba in tea, in her. Vi ni ronel. So there was loneliness, the feeling of homesickness on him, on Macdara, in Nia after Ronel. It's an Irish construction to use the word after in that sense. So he was lonesome on him after, in the wake of Donal. Nero in the year. So the year is, my year is that behind me. So your aftermath, or your wake, as it were. Nero in Cutla air. There was no Nero in any Cutla sleep air. Vi she ro lua, to ro lua early, leve to be selyaba, in the bed. It was too early because it's the time of the summer when the sun is still bright in the late evening. Taringiach. This is used to be the Gná Katze, the Amshire usual, used to be, we say in English, the Gná Katze, Amshire Gná Katze, Taringiach. So this is pulling a ard, his awareness, nur, a búlach kanagin nerembunyog. So this is the used, it used to pull his awareness when he met, or bul, or nur a bulach, when a canagin, which is a knock on the window, an vinyog, would hit the window. So when this canagin would bula, bulach, an vinyog, this would stir or pull the awareness of him laying there awake in the bed. Ni ro tada an, there was nothing tada in it there. Bar rud eigent, was rud thing other, or aikent, something, aikent, we say in Connemara, bar rud aikent, a shadow, to blow, inai, against, inai, na glinne, the glass, it, no rud aikent, no something else, a detelt, to fly, a flew, a detelt, in the high, in its face. Dan she, remained he, waited he, she, peace, bit of time ag an winnog at the window ag brathnu, watching out amach ag brathnu, watching television ag brathnu television. Vi skihan lachar, this is a bat, the skihan is the wing, and lachar or skehe is the kraken or the leather as it looks like. So there was the leather wing is the one word for bat. The other word is erog. I have to look the erog. Sheer back agus anir forward. So sheer is westward, anir is out of the west. So sheer agus anir is back and forth. So crochen, kronachin. That's kron is like the darkness. In the darkness, the leather bat was going back and forth. Purin nagark, that's where the karka or the hens live. Kro namuk, that's the sty of the pigs. Kro nalena, that's where the leona or the calves of the cow live. And the kro namo, that's where the cows are resident in their kro. So kran ard, high is ard, kran is Shekemer, that's the tree, cran, Shekemer tree. Ra staka hour, so staka or kruache, there was 2 stacks of corn, hour, sin Ichlin. Ichlin is the haggard where the stacks of hay are kept next to the house. On skihan lahar, the leather winged or the bat, ishtach in is Leathlihe dere Ogamalishke. That is amach is there nastaki. So this bat was in and out amach between the stalky, between the kruche, the stacks of arwer or corn. Leathlihe tossi an kar kapil snare. So the sound he's making is like the leathlihe, the front is tossi of the cart and horse, the pony and trap they call it. So the sound of the pony and trap is that that sound of the latlehe, which is it's kind of like that. This word is farshid or trasnon, the crossbar or the sort of farshid is like latlehe is what do you call that in English? It's like the beam of the axle or the what's the other word? A latlehe jera. This is so the front is tussi, the latlehe jera in the back, eg tile touching Natalun. So the sound of the scraping axle on the ground is the sound he hears in the bat flying between the stacks of corn. Gaulog, that's a split. So gaulog is actually like a fork. So and a spoon is a spoonog, but it's also liach, which is rooted in Indo-European to lick. So the spoon is the licked thing. The gaulog is the split thing. This is in the tree trunks. You'd have 2 trunks, or not trunks, but 2 branches split, and that's the gaulog. So it's a forked bit of the tree. Han fuinchoge. So very thick han forked. Fuinchoge is the tree that you make come-ons in hurling from, and that is the ash tree, which are in danger in Ireland, which is unbelievable. So Fuinchoge is the ash tree. Quinoil being kept. Being quinoil kept. Crochte hung. On skihan, I forgot the sentence, but that's the meanings. On skihan laher, the bat in schulle arch ig fooder. In every chulle arch place ig fooder, this is a type of movement hurriedly, is ig faniacht. Faniacht is a type of wayward um, movement, so wandering. Um, but anyway, Spalpin Fanacht is the wandering laborer. But Kinai Lukin or Lukog, this is like a little mouse, was kind a. So the theory was a, the Skihan Lahar, the bat, was a kind of Kinai Lukon or mouse. Vishe Rate was it said. Near glúiseacht imralach a glúiseacht acharid, and it was not the movement imralach, mistaken or wayward or unplanned, his glúiseacht, his movement, either acharid, Visherate was it said, ach fisma at well knew knows well ma ege at the little bat ka where was Roshe he agol to go. So he's well aware of his movements, this very clever winged leather winged mouse or bat. Um, Very deliberate glúiseach, their movement. Níor bhúil sé, búil is to belt or meat. Níor bhúil sé in éidean tada péir be. He never hit níor bhúil sé in éidean in the front piece, the face, anything, whatever pay be at all, whatever bit about it at all. He never hit níor bhúil sé in éidean tada péir be. This very clever bat with the very deliberate glúiseacht never hit anything. Bhí sé ráite, it was said, gur ate skihan láthair, winged leather, or the bat, yoga, these are little flies. It was said that he ate little flies, nar halíadar, and that they did not, these bats, sally or sully or dirty ein teach any house ach gur cníadar tasan, except for those that kept heat in them, on is in them or it's there. Níor hat níadar in it or there. Níor hat níadar sound, so did not shine or did not like ledina in a yishan. They did not like people after that. The fatis orhu go naufodish, that they would get ivastu or ivostu caught up in a quidge in their hairs, gruige. There was fear on people, on the orhu, on them, that they would get caught up in their hair, these bats. That was a fear. Hui sheras rash salaba is the bed, and hui went he back erash vi she quino. He was remembering an skihan, the leather bat, the leather winged skihan, the bat. Vi she quino Ronald. He was remembering Equino Ronald. This is his older brother who's gone off to London. Vi wegnaser. There was loneliness on him, on Macdara. Glei she queen. So queen is like cryingly, ervarten. So he called glee. It's the past tense of the verb glee. He, Macdara, mournfully Gucian Ervartin, his little brother Martin, Vartin a Jer she Macdara, vi Martin in a Cutla, was Martin in his sleeping, Gle she Risher, he called again on him, on Martin, he Macdara, ni Vur she got he did not get Macdara in Ragra. In Ragra is answer, nor even dia de Vartin. Was not it beautiful, God, to Martin? Martin, Vartin, we to the cuddle Vartin, honey, kind way, came the talk from him, from Macdara. This is the stuff that was coming from him, was being said by him. Will to the cuddle, are you asleep? Ta Jershe, yes, said Martin, will Wagner's art, a Jer Macdara, is loneliness, anyo, the Martin, egsnagil, that's when you have a snag, that's where the English word comes from, the Gaelic, that's where you have a knad or a snag in the scarnach or the scadamil. This, that's something caught in your throat, shrinile. Shranile is snoring, or torna haganas and scarnach, the lin cotlete of veganal trid an mail agus trid an tron. So the torin is the thunder, as it were, of snoring. Again, ta misha, I myself wegnach adjer Macdara. He himself is wegnach. Loneliness comes from the root wegn or waye, which is grave. So ní raibh míg ná gíg as Martin. There wasn't a peep míg as Martin. Tá mé wignach a dear Dara. I am lonely, says Dara. Tá mé an very wignach in ní after Ronald. He's very much so after his older brother who's left for London.